All right, let's take a look at the highlights. We'll start things off in 250 East. Nate Thrasher from nearby town in Tennessee made about a 3-hour drive, brought some fans with him. And guys, this is the event because he's had so much success here that we thought Nate Thrasher could definitely be a factor. But the start, once again, it's the youngster, the 17-year-old Hayden Deegan.
Hey, he got the whole shot in his heat race. Then right there in the main, Hunter Lawrence tried to get by early, but Deegan's like, no sirree. You can see Tom Vial going down there. Carnage right off the start. Hate that for Vial.
That's the hard part. When you get a bad start, sometimes you end up doing a little kung fu over there. And he's like, I don't know what you guys do in America, but here. But yeah, Hunter makes a quick pass on Hayden in the beginning part of the race, but has a little mistake.
Hey,
a whoa moment.
Save of the night for today, for sure. Look at the.
I mean, he is FMX.
We talk about how precise and good that Lawrence brothers are. I mean, if that was me, I would have been in the bushes for sure.
If there was a boat over there, you might have hit it on that. And our good friend Jeff Emmett, that was a huckabuck right there.
Deegan would take the lead, and again, it's Hunter coming right back. This corner really proved to be a pivotal moment.
That's crazy, too, going up over that bridge right there. A little too much elbow grease, guy be going over.
Yeah, but you got to get a kid, Hayden. He's a fighter. He's a fighter. Hunter's going to go around him on the outside. Looking how he has all day long. Real smooth. I think he knew once he got up front he'll be okay, but little man, he was fighting back, and he was able to hold on to a podium right there.
He'll race you hard. He's I tell you what, he had some pressure from his teammate Jordan Smith for a lot of the race, and then eventually his teammate Nate Thrasher would be all over him, but he stuck to it, and that's what's so impressive with this young rookie sensation, Hayden Deegan. He doesn't waver, he just rides his race, he doesn't back down, and he doesn't buckle with all that pressure. That's very, very hard to do at his age.
And this was the moment. Oh, it was just awful. As Nate Thrasher goes down, he was in the mix, holding that left shoulder. He would stay down, and he would leave the track on the stretcher. So we will hopefully get a report from him that it's not as bad as it looked. But man, that was a tough, tough fall for Thrasher.
Yeah, definitely a tough one, and especially in the points for him. I mean, the championship's kind of solidified on there, but big hopes. But at the end of the day, he's got a date with his brother next weekend.
Hunter Lawrence gets the victory here in Atlanta. What a performance from him. All day long, as you guys pointed out, just consistent throughout.
Yeah, I mean, he's been the class of the field all season long. He's got 6 wins. Only other guy to win a race in this Eastern Division was Nate Thrasher.
Results look like this. Hunter Lawrence with the win. Jordan Smith finishing in second. Had a hurt ankle, but didn't know if he'd be able to race. He's able to come back, and then it's Hayden Deegan finishing on the podium. Joe Shimoda back in racing form, just missing out of the podium, finishing 4th ahead of Max Anstey. Henry Miller, Chris Belos, Talon Hawkins with a good run, finishing in 8th. Colin Park and Caden Braswell rounding out the top 10. Daniel Blair afterwards with Hunter Lawrence.
And he is the winner. Hunter Lawrence, congratulations on winning the main. I would call it a flawless, perfect race, but we had a thing on the first lap. Take me through what happened there. From then on, it was perfect, but what happened on the opening lap?
Yeah, we had a little thing turn into a bit of a deal. Not ideal. I got myself in the bush onions pretty bad. So I needed 2 laps to recover, and then, yeah, it was cool. We had to work for that one, so that was cool. It was tough. The heat, it's hotter than normal, so it was really good, and got to give a massive shout out. Yeah, wow, I seen handlebars sky. That sucked, wasn't fun. 2 stars. But yeah, massive shout out to everyone from Honda Corporate. Everyone's in Atlanta, it's a home race for them. So honored to get the W for them, and can't thank them enough. They're my second family, so appreciate it. Cheers, guys.
Speaking of family, you're racing your brother next week at the first East-West Showdown of the year. I'm sure he's watching. Anything you'd like to say to Jetson?
Yeah, make sure Jax and Milo have their dinner on time, and Milo doesn't steal Jax's food. He's currently at my house puppy sitting, so when I come home, I hope to see a roof still on it and all the neighbors still like me, so you're accountable.
Congratulations. See you next Saturday.
Interview of the day as we take a look at the points. It's now 45 as Hayden Deegan now in second place because of what happened to Nate Thrasher. He drops down to 4th, Max Anstey in 3rd. The big story is if Hunter Lawrence can leave New Jersey next week with a 50-point lead or more, he will clinch the 250 East title. So that will be huge. And so, guys, everyone looking forward to that showdown next week. Racing against your brother, James, this has got to be a tricky situation for them. Obviously, you got to look at the big picture. Don't take each other out. But you know the brothers, they're going to go at it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, especially if he comes home, there's no roof on the thing on there. Last time I raced Malcolm, I believe he took me out. So I'm not really a big fan of the brother. Yeah, it was. He was like, oh, I didn't know. I'm like, I'm the only Suzuki out there, so whatever. But I think they'll keep it clean. They're both going for something that's prestigious, like history breaking. Both of them possibly winning a championship in 1 year. So it's going to be for some good racing for sure.
And RC, you talked about the bragging rights. Who's better, the East Coast or the West Coast? That's going to also be a sub-story.
Well, you got these two guys leading the pack. The stats speak for themselves right there. Look at that. That is so cool. It gets the laps led stat to me is what blows my mind. I mean, they're almost identical in laps led, but nevertheless, I look at it as an opportunity of the guys from the East and the West trying to beat these guys. They've got to be tired of us talking about them all the time and everyone else within the industry. But nevertheless, the showdown is always a lot of fun. These two guys right here, as much as we want to see them battle, I hope to see that. But at the same time, like you talked about, James, it's big picture for those guys. Championship implications is a lot of money on the line. Pride for Hunter Lawrence. He doesn't have a championship in the U.S. yet, so from his perspective, I think he's going to be playing it safe and won't take any unnecessary risks.
Well, it'll be fantastic to see that next week in New Jersey, East-West Showdown. And the podium here was great for the 250 East class. A lot of great stories. We had a chance to hear from both of the other riders that were on those top 3 steps. Of course, Hayden Deegan,
That's right.
And of course, Jordan Smith.
Yeah, I mean, definitely starting this season, I would have no thought of being, you could almost say championship contention, being in second, because racing's racing. But Hunter's, you know, he's on top of the game. He's doing great right now. He's riding great. It's his 4th year. He's riding consistent, winning races. So, yeah, we just got to be a little better, keep getting better week by week, and it'll take time. May not see it by the end of the season, but we'll definitely put in work and working every week and trying to get better to try to just keep getting a little further up.
I didn't try to do anything different really today. I had a lot of time off the bike coming into here. I didn't ride for about 3 weeks and only did about 20 laps. So I think I just came in here just to myself a little bit under the radar almost, just trying to do what I could throughout the day, and then I just felt better and better and really felt good in the main. So I feel like, most of the time that's how I've been riding. It's just these little quick mistakes, and it just goes bad quick. So yeah, it was good to do that and try and keep doing that these last 3 rounds.
Hi folks, Lee Diffie from NBC Sports here. If you truly enjoyed what you just watched, you can get more news, interviews, and highlights by subscribing to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube page. You can get it all, so go for it.